Hi YouTubes! My name is Arissa and I'm making another video today on our hair fun facts, and this is going to be video number 4. And today we're going to talk about something that falls under the umbrella of hair types. Now, I'm not going to be talking about the curl pattern hair type today because it's actually independent. There's different factors that make up someone's hair type. The two factors that I want to talk about for this video is the texture and the density. What does a stylist mean when they're describing your hair's texture or your hair's density? So let's first start with texture. There are three types. There are three textures, and everyone knows them: coarse, medium, and fine. And this is actually referring to the actual individual strand of hair. How big around is it, the circumference of it? And it has nothing to do with the number of hairs on your head, because you can have very coarse hair and be very thin, or have very fine hair and have very dense hair. It varies. So let's talk about some of the properties of the different hair textures. So coarse hair. This is the hair that has the biggest diameter. It's going to be like the fattest hair strand. And this hair, because it's so big and it has a lot of cuticles on it, all that thing, it makes it really hard to process. So somebody with coarse hair is going to have a really difficult time getting relaxers to take in their hair. They're going to have a really hard time getting color to take in their hair. So that's the coarse hair. The medium hair is kind of in between the coarse and the fine hair. It really doesn't need any special precautions, so it's just right in the middle. Fine hair. This hair has the smallest diameter, and this hair processes very easily. It has a tendency to get over-processed when you relax it. This is the kind of hair if you're doing relaxers, you want to leave it on you try to get it on there and get it off as fast as you can, like 15 minutes for the whole process tops. Colors really easily, can get really damaged really quickly from like bleaches and things like that. So that's coarse, medium, and fine. Now, what is my hair in this category? I was thinking that my hair was coarse because that's what my mom always said, but then when I go to the salons, they say that it's not coarse. So, I don't know, but based on these descriptions, I'd probably say I'm medium too. I didn't have a problem with relaxers taking. As far as dyes I have a hard time with, but it's not because the dye can't like get into the hair and penetrate. It's just because my hair is just so black. I have just so much pigment in my hair that the dye, it just has a really hard time with that. So I'd say I'm a medium. So that's that with the texture. So, and I also wanted to mention texture. There's no one particular race that has one texture versus the other. You will find all three textures in all the races. Alright? Our next one, density. And the density refers to how many individual strands of hair you have on your head. The three categories for this one are thick, medium, and thin. Okay? The average person has around 100,000 hairs on their head, and it varies. I've seen some numbers as low as like 85, 90,000 to up to like almost 200,000 strands, like about 180 something thousand. And there's no real like racial determination. I did see a few studies, and I hate dividing things into races and stuff because I think that kind of just makes us even more separated. So I'm not even going to go there. But they've shown that redheads actually have the fewest number of hair on their head. Interesting. And that people with blonde hair actually have the higher numbers of hair on their head. So that's that. And I'm not going to go into the studies and things. But one thing, I'm going to make another video on how to better determine the density of your hair. But if I had to classify my hair on the density scale, my hair is thick. I have lots of strands of hair in my head. Somebody with thinner hair, their parts seem a little bit more open, or like I have a sister whose hair is kind of more on the thinner side, less strands of hair in her head, and it's like her hair separates easy. Like if she were to use heavy oils and stuff in her hair, it kind of gets stringy and it doesn't look as full, and it's hard for her to keep body. And she keeps it relatively short, around chin length bob or shorter, to kind of give it a thicker look. With me, with my hair being thick, I like my hair to be longer because when my hair is here, it just looks like a big, I don't know, it just doesn't work out. I like my hair to be longer to give it some weight, so it's just not so much around my face. So that's our lecture for today. Fun facts number 4, we talked about hair texture, medium, thin, and thin, medium, fine, and coarse. So those are our textures. And our density, which would be thick, medium, and thin. Alright, and if anyone has any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, send me a message or leave me a comment. You guys take care. Bye.